made it. We made it to the end of the week. I got a little glare, but that's okay. We're going to make this work. Let's try to move it a little bit right now. So that's all good. What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday. I am just thinking about shish. You know what I'm saying? It's been one of those days where in the moment I've been pretty cool. Um, pretty positive, great energy. Day started off on a good tempo. Had a struggle sleeping last night. I kind of go through that here, there, here, there. But other than that, all is good. Let me take this little thing off my screen. Maybe this will help. Uh oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get it off. There we go. There we go. It's a little better with the glare, I guess. About the same. But anyway, so yeah, so it was just tripping a little bit on a little bit of sleep. I kind of go through that when there's a lot of things on the brain, on the mind. But other than that, I'm good. How are you guys doing? This is Friday, the Friday before a holiday. We have a long holiday weekend coming up. I believe I probably should be working Monday, but I'm gonna find out. But anyway, it's cool. I'm loving Fridays. I love Fridays, especially when it's a good Friday, payday Fridays or whatever. It just Fridays is good Fridays. It just gives you something to look forward to and have a little break, woosah, have some time off from all the drama mama and everything. But one of the things too I was thinking about is people who end up getting into situations with people for the wrong reasons. They end up trying to deal with you, be with you for the wrong superficial reasons. You know, it could be to gain things that they are lacking. Um, it could be to just shine in your parade. It could be to just be with you because the clap is good. It could be with you because of an opportunity for them being with you, what regardless of what the opportunity may be. It may be to become a homeowner. It may be an opportunity um, to be a part of you in your wealth. It may be, it's always some negative reason or something to gain in their behalf, the reason why they would want to be with you. And you see a lot more of that going on in a superficial way where, you know, people are not coming together anymore to kind of balance and complement one another in regards to building their own little, um, you know, mountain of accomplishments. And they end up just going along for the ride and the benefits instead of, like I've talked to a few people who say that even in marriage, they are looking at marriage more of a business type of deal. It's more or less what one is going to obtain from doing this on a business level instead of love and things like that. First thing they'll say is, what love have to do with it? You know, a lot more are getting married not based on love anymore. And that's kind of interesting because you would think that that should be a part of one of the reasons to help hold the foundation together. But if you to it for an opportunity per se, then you run into, you know what? I don't even know if I have my volume up. Let me turn this volume up, you guys. Uh-oh. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, so if you did not hear me while I was talking, I do apologize because I did have the volume down on the recording device at the time, but I was talking about people who get involved in situations for the opportunity and not because of the real reasons, meaning love, commitment, loyalty, stuff like that when it comes to marriage. And they actually go into it with the mindset that what does love have to do with it, and they just get involved for the benefits of what they could obtain from it. I'm glad you could hear me, sis. At first, the volume was down on the device, so I didn't know if you guys could hear me. But I'm glad I'm back. Sorry for the interruption of turning the the device, but I'm here. Um, yeah, they get involved now for other reasons as far as marriage and things of that nature because of what they can gain. And then you have those who get in relationships for what they could gain. It's about self. It's about what I can get from you or out of this and things of that nature. And I believe that man, that's just happening more and more nowadays. And I think that that's definitely wrong. And it takes away from the true realness and the substance of, you know, why people should be together on a serious note. Um, it takes away all of that. I would say, man, that trust and commitment. I mean, because situations change. So if you get into something for your benefits um, of what it can do for you or what you can obtain out of it. And say, for instance, that situation changes, those benefits become no more, or that situation is not doing or giving you what you was getting from the beginning. Maybe their status or situation changed, maybe everything that they did have in the moment they no longer have. Perhaps they, had a couple of businesses and their status was real good in the money area, and something happened where they lost their business, or um, they had an accident and couldn't work anymore or run their business anymore. Then you have the money that changes. So if you have someone that's involved with someone for those reasons only, and not the love, not the commitment, not the loyalty, um, the things, the glue holders, if they're not involved for those reasons, then they're gonna fly away. They're gonna be bye, thank you. It was good while it lasted, but gotta go. And that's superficial. That's not real. So why would you want to waste your time with a situation like that? And the thing about it is, a lot of times people don't even know that it is like that, because usually they'll make you think that everything is all good, that I'm in this to win it, that I'm in this because I do care in that way. But then you have those that'll come straight out and let it be known, and will quote, what love got to do with it. You know, we are in this strictly for a business type of thing. Now, if you both are on the same planet, whatever planet that is, and you're on the same page of thinking or wanting things on a business level and decide to go there in that way, then that's different. That's a whole different ball game because you're both on the same page. Now, how long that will last, I don't know. But, I would say it would be lasting as long as the business and the benefit a while ago. When that shifts and changes, then you don't have anything else to hold it together. That's the same, focus and mindset with when you're with someone that is only with you because of the clap. It's all about the clap. And then once the clap changes or shifts or it no longer is happening, things start to fall apart because that's all you had. You didn't have anything else. You didn't have any commitment, trust, loyalty. You may have had what they call, you may have had just time served per se. Sometimes you've been with someone for a pretty good period of time, but when you really look at it on an emotional spectrum, a connection, a solid, loyal spectrum, especially emotionally, because you can connect emotionally with someone that you haven't had that kind of time with, and your thing could be powerful, absolutely powerful. Because once two connect emotionally, man, that's the best. That's the best. And when they connect in other ways outside of the clap is wonderful, but it's so superficial. It's so um unweighty. It's just in the moment of explosion and exchanging, fluids and things with one another, but that's all you have in exchange with one another. Some people are in things where once that's over, they gotta go. Uh, it was good. They don't come out and say, well, I was just here to get that and I'm gone, but their actions show you, okay, I didn't hit it. I didn't lay down for about 10 minutes and they come up with a reason why they have to go. Because they don't want any other attachment outside of that with you. They don't want to emotionally get into the zone of dealing with you outside of the clap. And so that person is with you for the wrong reasons. They're with you for reasons that is taking your time, your space, your emotions, your heart, everything for granted. Now, if you, I mean, I don't know, they call it what nowadays, situationships or friends with benefits, whatever, if they still use that term. I haven't heard that in a while, but some people do have a collective, balance, understanding that we're only dealing with each other because of this, and that's it. And they keep themselves guarded from letting anything else come in the midst of that. And that's fine and dandy when you're both on that zone, especially in the beginning. But then when emotions and feelings and stuff like that get involved, it becomes a problem because either you both could go there or one person is feeling a lot more than the other person. The other person is still guarded and they're not in no way, shape, or form trying to let themselves be emotionally vulnerable to you or anyone in that matter at this point in their lives. Now they may at some point in their life get to that. They probably had that before they got with you, and they gonna have it after you. But for some reason they don't have it with you. So some people just don't jive like that as far as longevity. Now the thing that is I would say alarming and a bunch of waste of time is when you invest a lot of time and energy into something. And I think that's why some end up staying in situations because it's like, well, shoot, I've been in it this long. I might as well, if I go out there, I'm going to have to start all over again with somebody else. I'm going to have to go through ups and downs with somebody else. So I might as well take all this bull from who I have. And they stay. And they stay. And they stay. Now, both people is probably unhappy. Both people are disconnected. They come together in certain ways, and that works, and then they're back to the disconnect. That's a life full of misery, if you ask me. See, I didn't stutter trying to say it. That's a life full of misery. And when you get to a mature stage in your life, and you know the course and the direction you want to go, you know what makes you feel good, you know what completes you, you know what you need, you done been through a couple of bumps and rumps, and you get to a point where you just don't want to settle and deal with anything less. Some of us will, and I'm guilty of that. I'll stay in something trying to row the boat for a while. I'll stay in it, trying to fix it, trying to be patient with it, trying to see what it do, trying to hope that it. And then I get to the point where I totally shut down because I have tried and given all I could to be patient and understanding to someone, and faithful and loyal and just committed to the bone, and I'm not seeing any change with anything. And then the reality, the light bulb goes off with you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. This person is not going to change. This is who they are. This is what they want with you. It's time for you to make a decision. And then you have to get to a point, like I mentioned before, where you stop blaming the other person, and you start looking within, because it's no longer their fault. It's your fault, because you're still allowing. And we do get connected. It's like a drug. You get connected and sucked up and into someone, you get used to them, you do miss them. And breakups is hard, fading away is hard, but sometimes you got to do what's best for you. And get this, you can still love a person, you can still care about a person, but have to make decisions to release yourself from them. And sometimes, a lot of times, that's difficult for one to do when they don't have a real reason to do it. You see what I'm saying? You're not perfect, but you've been nothing but good and patient to them. They know you love them. They know that you've been there for them. They know that you want more with them. They know that you down for them. They know. But they are not there with you. Now, perhaps, if it was years before, or maybe some years later, you may be the one that they would want to do that with. But at this mode and time in their life, you are not the one. And usually, especially with men, and I know women, we know early. We know early if it's potential in a man to be the one for us, or what we're looking for. And men know too. And when you have discerned that perhaps this is not the right season, or they're not the one, and you still hang on trying to selfishly be involved with this person to gain what you're trying to gain from them. And I'm not saying trying to get their money, or trying to, steal stuff for them, but just emotionally suck the life out of them. Because if you dealing with someone for years, and you know how they feel about you, and you still sleeping with them, and you still with them, and you still gaining what it is you can for them. Some people are even going and just marry you, knowing they ain't in love with you like that, but there's something to gain from it. It's something to gain from it. So we have got to stop using people as pawns. We have got to start treating people in the way that we would want to be treated. If you want to be with someone and you're getting certain benefits, whether it's the clap or whatever it is, um, decide which way you want to go with that and talk to that person about it. There's nothing more greater than conversing and being real. Being real. If you're not looking for nothing at all and you just like what you do, other people, but you're really not sleeping with nobody else, but you just still want to see other people, you need to be upfront with that, especially if you 40, 50, 60 years old. You need to be upfront with that. When you was 25, you probably could just bounce it off the walls with all kinds and didn't have to come out and explain nothing. But when you get older, and some people like to deal with older folks, like some women like much older men, or some men, excuse me, like much older women. So you're dealing with another degree of maturity. And especially when it comes to women, because women are, excuse me, we're already a few years more mature than the average man our age. So if you're a younger man dealing with an older woman, she's even more mature than that. And, it's not fair to just to mislead anyone, to mislead them, or to get involved with people for your own personal gain and for a length of time that from the beginning you should have cut that off because you knew how the person had gotten so caught up and into you. So it's wrong, and karma comes back to get you with that. So, you know, stop using people. I call it the user's tactic. Stop using the user's tactic, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Some will argue the fact, well, I never stated that it was exclusive, so they just kept seeing me, so why not? They was sprinkling the candy, so why not? Really? Really? That person knows, and I mean, especially with men, because men are territorial. I don't care what they sit up and say about how they don't want it or why they don't want it, and we gonna just be this way, that way. They are territorial. So when they find out that the person they're seeing, even though they haven't made it exclusive, is trying to tip out on them or seeing somebody else, or, haven't been quite truthful about whatever, they lose it. They lose it. And then when you find out something about what they doing or what they did, first thing come out of the mouth is, well, we wasn't in a relationship. We never did. We wasn't in, I care about you, but we wasn't in a relationship. Oh my goodness. But let him find out that, she got with Lil John or Big Mo or Lil Pookie Poo or whatever, and or just not even went to bed with him. They might have just went out on a date. Maybe they went out on a date and somebody he knows saw, your girl out with such, and they was looking kind of up close. First thing he gonna swear up and down is she been playing him and she been out with, but they ain't in a relationship though. They never established, but as long as he's hitting it, and he's been hitting it, that's his to a certain degree. It's hard to explain, but that becomes his to a certain degree without it being spoken. So that's why you have to be clear. You have to be totally clear, and you have to discern and decide. Do I want to deal with this in the way that it's going, in the way that it is? When you start to feel that a person is with you for reasons that is not respecting, your wants, needs, and desires, or is not on the same level, then you have to make some choices and some decisions. Because, baby, let me tell you, it will keep going on and on and on. They doing, they can get the whole cow. Why pay for the milk? Why do all that extra? Why be in a relationship with you and they can get all the benefits of a relationship status without even being in the relationship with you? Why marry you when they can get all the wifey benefits from you, cooking and cleaning and all the extras, the claps and all that on a regular basis, any kind of way they want it? Did I say that? Did I mention any kind of way they want it? Um, why make you wifey? Why? They getting all the benefits of it before they even have to go do the thing. So yeah, why? Why? So it gets to a point where you have to realize and start looking at things for what it is and make decisions and choices for yourself. No, it's not going to be easy. Yes, it's going to hurt. Separation anxiety, mourning, all of that. All of that. But at the end of the day, a person will respect you more if you stand up and love yourself more than you love the little pieces and crumbs and little bitty kibbles and bits that they're sprinkling your way. Think about it. Think about it. And that can go either way because some women are playing men like that too. So you get to a level in your mature stages of life where other things become more important. It's not just about using people. It's not just about doing something just to do it. It's not about scoring with, how many women you can get, how many men you can get. Some deal with self-esteem issues. So anytime somebody holler at them and make them feel like they king or queen, their head gets swole. And they want more and more and more, but they have no substance with that. They keep playing around, they're going to get something they can't get rid of, bouncing around out here. It ain't cool. People get taken to the bank, people get used, people get got, people get diseases they can't get rid of, people get babies that they don't want to have. You get all kinds of situations when you're doing things in a certain way. So, with that being said, I was just thinking today, and those were some of the thoughts that was going through my mind. I had to share them with y'all. But I got to go. I got to get back, and I wanted to wish everyone a wonderful weekend. Do be safe. Be careful. Remember, they have checkpoints going on, holiday weekends. The popos is out even more so fiercely looking for you that have had too much to drink. And remember, you only need 0.8%. So that could be a beer or two for some. And that's enough to get you a big DUI. So you don't want to take any chances. You've been drinking like that, don't drive. Ride with somebody else or whatever. Don't take the chances, okay? And remember, don't get caught up with anybody or anything for your own gain, and that's it. Especially when you're talking about kicking it with somebody, when you're talking about a relationship, when you talk about marriage. Do it for the right reason, and all other things shall follow in a positive, great way. Hey, in a great way. So just keep that in the forefront. Do what's right. Keep it tight. Make others respect you, and you're going to be all right. Y'all have a great day. Have a great weekend. See you Sunday.